I've been involved with issues of criminal justice and support of formerly incarcerated. I'm also a 30-year experienced producer, and I saw this at a show at the Fortune Society and said, wow, this is wonderful. I've never seen anything like it before, partly because Joseph had never seen a play before he wrote this play, so he didn't know what he couldn't do. He has said to me,
yes,
I heard about one person in solo shows, but it never dawned on me that it would only be one person at a time talking. So he's created a show where he has 4, 5, 6 people at a time talking, and he plays them all.
And there are 18 characters. He moves from one to the other. How easy or difficult are there any other plays that move from one character portrays 18 characters?
Not that I'm explicitly aware of. There are shows, of course, that are one-person shows where people play many characters, but not in the style he does, where he has 4 or 5 on stage at the same time.
What is the message here?
What is the message? Many messages. Fun, excitement, arts in the prisons, very important. All kinds of issues about criminal justice in the show. All kinds of issues about judicial process in the show. And you have to come see it to understand them all.
Does this play have a future?
It's started as 3 weeks and it's going up to 6 months.
After I feel there's a lot of pain in you, honestly, and there's a lot of messages you would like to convey, and you are trying to do the best in this play. My question is, do you ever think, and what would have happened to Joe Assadourian if that bullet did not go through that night?
Well, I think that that's where the humor comes from the pain. You know what I mean? That's
Absolutely.
like number one. And the strange thing is that if that never happened, I probably wouldn't be doing this. I mean, it's a terrible thing that happened, and I feel sorry for that every day. However, it led to this, so it's a strange thing, but it was like a blessing in disguise, I guess.
Now, we're fortunate to be able to see plays in New York, comedies, theater,
I never
musicals.
saw a play before.
Yes, but we are very fortunate, but never have I seen anything of this caliber, where you're moving from one character to the other. What does it take? What kind of a preparation does it take? What really drove you into these areas?
Well, I mean, the shifting back and forth, I've done that since I'm a kid, like mimicking and stuff like that. That's not the work. The work for me is remembering all that. That was the work.
What is this play about? Many people like to know something about Joe Assadourian. We are Armenians, we read about you, we came. Would like to see every Armenian come here. What is the play about?
The play is about a guy who made a terrible mistake, and going through a situation with people he probably thinks he's better than, and then coming to realize he's no better than anybody else. I hope that answers that.
There is a lot of talent in the North Pole, they say, but you represent the South Pole. It's amazing talent we have here. It's a very unique talent. What would you like to say about that talent?
About my own talent?
About your own talent, yes.
I'm a little uncomfortable talking about my own talent,
Because there's so much.
What would you say about it?
I think you're amazing. I think you're a genius. That's what I would say. The fact that the play went for 3 weeks and now 6. Tell us how many dates it started.
It started in June and it got extended a couple of times because apparently people, like to laugh at my pain, I guess.
As Armenians, we have tried to read anything and everything about you. Obviously, the Liberations came out somewhere about the Armenian Holocaust, Armenian genocide.
Right.
When was this written? When was this written?
That was in 2009. They've mentioned it, but I haven't actually pulled it out of the bag yet. I'm trying to get my foot in the door with this and then barge right in. I got a big bag of material. Big bag.
But obviously, it's a centennial we're approaching.
Yeah, next year.
What is your feeling? What is your
It's very personal to me. It's the only drama I ever wrote. I can't write drama. It's work. The comedy for me is it just kind of writes itself. But drama is very uncomfortable for me. But that's the only one that wasn't funny at all. Isn't funny, that subject. And like I said, very personal to me, and that's something I want to do next.
What goes in your mind when you hear April 24th genocide?
It's one thing for that to have happened. It's another thing for them to deny it to this day. That's like the ultimate smack in the face. I think everybody knows it, they know it, everybody knows it, but it's it's swept under the rug, It's a terrible thing, but I want to do my part, and everybody else who's Armenian, I think, has a responsibility to do their part to keep it at the forefront of everybody's mind,
Anything else to the listening audience?
Do you have any more questions?
I would love to spend the whole evening, but any messages for people who may be listening to this?
Come see the show.
This play?
Yeah, I wrote this play. I write everything that I do myself. I wrote this play actually in a day and a half. Well, the first draft. The first draft was, wasn't as good, I think, as this. No, well, my process is I always write notes. I always have notes of ideas. I always carry a notebook. Well, in jail I did, but now I have a phone, so I could just use that. But when my process, when I sit down to write anything, I pull all my notebooks out and see what I could use. So it wasn't like I winged it a day and a half. I had a lot of stuff, and I kind of put it together. So that's why it's so short of a time that I wrote it.
Any good future for this play?
I hope so. That's why I'm here. You know?
That's really, I think we wish you all the
I hope
best.
so, yeah. You
There's
got
a lot
a
of
meeting
talent.
too? Oh, we're doing our meeting stuff right now. Oh yeah, we're one of the lost tribes. We are. We're one of the
Was
lost
the play
tribes.
about how, what was your response? What was your reaction?
I think it was wonderful that this gentleman was able to put all these different characters together and show so much comic and also with song and just go back and forth without stopping and being just so wonderful and being able to start from point A to point Z without stopping.
And all the accents and all the characters and
accents
all
were
the...
fabulous. I mean, it's genius. It's genius.
It is a
You
genius.
can actually go from somebody speaking Spanish to somebody speaking another language and going back and speaking in English with an accent. It's just totally and absolutely amazing.
Where did you hear about the play?
Ironically, I heard it from my boyfriend because he read the article from the New York Times that said, gave it a wonderful review. So we wanted to come and see it.
And they did not exaggerate it. It was a very
It
wonderful...
was fabulous.
What would you like to say to viewers who may watch you, and what would you like to encourage them?
I would say that if you really want to see a wonderful play, you should come and see this gentleman because he is absolutely excellent.
Thank you very much.